Nobody is truly independent. Uh-oh. Took shots at that Neo song, Miss Independent. No one, male or female, is truly independent. We are interdependent. Even if you got your own job, your own house, your own car, and you're the one working, paying all the bills, and you can cook your own meals and sweep your own floor and wash your own dishes and wash your own body, you are still relying on something to get you, to help you to get to do those things. Energy. Right? But I'm going to go through a couple of things that are outside of us, that we take in, that we utilize so that we can survive and maintain existence. First, food. We all need food. Obviously, food has nutrients, minerals, vitamins that we need. We cannot manufacture our own food for survival. We must take it from an outside source, from outside of us, and take it in. Drinks. We need to be hydrated. That's outside of us, and we take it in. Clothing. Evidently, whenever there's extreme in temperatures, it's too cold, it's too hot. Obviously, for modesty's sake, we need clothing. We cannot will ourselves to stay cool when it's really hot. We cannot will ourselves to be warm, extra warm when it's really cold. We have limits. So we have the outside source of clothing and fans and air conditioners and shade from various things, buildings or trees, typically trees. If people can say shade from buildings, trees, typically trees, right? I think that's the best shade, natural shade, trees, plants, shrubbery, right? Land. We all need land that's outside of us to be able to exist, to walk on, to plan, to do business on, right? Obviously, we need some sort of physical structure to be able to walk around and do things, and that's outside of us. The sunlight. Obviously, we need the sun. I don't worship the sun. I'm Christian. I don't worship the sun, but there have been ancient civilizations that have worshipped the sun, seeing that how what is done, warming the planet, and how we obviously need it to survive, for things to grow, for us to even have anything to even eat or drink, right? So we need the sunlight, we need warmth. Outside of us, air. We need air every single second. Oh, we can go longer without food and water, but air? That is beautiful. Interesting, the Bible says God breathed into man the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Crucial. And if you're depleted, if you go without oxygen for a very, very short period of time, you'll get brain dead. And it's horrendous. Obviously, it's hard to get back from that. Almost impossible, right? And that's outside of us. And we take that in and breathe it out, and take it in and breathe it out every second. So even while we are working our jobs and doing this and doing that independent, we are taking in air. We are taking in oxygen, breathing out carbon dioxide. We have clothes on, typically, right? While we are doing things. But while we're doing things, we eat, we drink, right? And that's all that is outside of us. And also, we need social interaction. As the Bible says, God says it's not good for man to be alone. People who are always isolated, alone, they are typically very depressed and suicidal and very moody. We need interact for us to be healthy, mentally, emotionally. We need some sort of communication, interaction with others. We can go insane without interacting with people. And people obviously are outside of us. So here's the question right here. Why would we need God? Right? Well, I would say Either we're here by design or we're here by random accident. You choose, whether it's the Big Bang or some chemical in the universe that exploded and or somehow got there. We are aware of our surroundings. We have intellectual abilities. We have ability to communicate. We have conscious and reasoning. We are aware of our existence. And why? Why do we have these things? Why are they there? Random chance? Huh? I mean, cause and effect. I think everyone could agree there's a cause and effect. Let's just say the Big Bang Theory or the some sort of chemical thing and split up and that split up and that split up and turn to more chemical things and whatever, right? Where's the cause? There must be a cause behind even the Big Bang and some chemical thing somehow germinated and reproduced itself from somewhere, chemical or some energy source just came out of nowhere and exploded and boom, and we're here. But even that needs a cause. Because if you say, oh, this caused that and this caused that, you keep going back and back and back and back and back, and where does it end? Surely there must be a causeless cause. Well, surely there must be a causeless cause. Very interesting what the Bible says in Psalm 100 verse 3. Know ye that the Lord, He is God. It is He that have made us, not we ourselves. So for those you say, oh no, my mom, my dad, they did some groovy thing, and and here I am. All right. I mean, when we were kids, we would say they did the nasty. Like adults, we don't see it as nasty. We see it as having a fun time. But they got together, had sex, and here we are. We are here. Yeah, we are not we ourselves. We are His people and the sheep of His pasture. So sure, directly, our parents, our genetics helped us to be here. They had sex. We got some of their genetics, chromosomes. We're here. But what about their parents and their parents and their parents and their parents, and way back to obviously must have been some first humans from somewhere. So how did the very first humans come into existence? Either random chance, some biological, chemical, radiological, cosmological, whatever it is, occurrence happened, or God, some you call God, maybe you say the creator. Some people, ancient civilization have said the great spirit, the higher power, or the highest power, the highest form of energy, however you want to, he's called God, Yahweh. He has a name, personality. Because if you say, oh, that's the universe or energy, where's the personality? Where's the laws, the character? If there's energy and universe, then we pretty much you can do what you want to do. I mean, there's no highest power to be accountable to, because if there's just energy and universe, we have no one to really be accountable to. We can do whatever you want to do, honestly. Why is what you say right? Why what the judge says right? The cop says, we're all human, right? Who knows what's right? Who knows what's wrong? Forget everything. Forget everything. Let's do whatever, right? But inside of us, we know we need laws. Where does that come from? And if there is no God, what does anything matter? If there's nothing beyond this life, if we all just die and that's it, what does anything matter? And people say the sun will go out one day, the earth will explode, whatever. But then what does anything matter? If there's no highest power beyond all this, nothing. So that is my viewpoint on this. How all these outside sources that we need for survival and sustenance reminds us of the ultimate source, or ultimate outside source. And when you let Him come in, His presence, His power, His love, He will transform you to who you never thought you could never be. You'll be so shocked who you become. The transformation? What? All right, y'all. God bless you. Peace and blessings be upon you. Love you.